welcome again to our annual Holiday Awards and Fashion Show. We thank you so much for taking time out on a Friday night with really full traffic and busy shopping time. Thank you for taking the time out to be here to celebrate the youth that we have in the Inner Beauty and New Boy programs. They could truly not do these things, these events, and all these programs without supporters. And so if you could clap it up for yourself for being here on a Friday evening. We've got a couple of different things that we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to have our fashion show. We've got some really special guests that we want to award tonight. And then, of course, our guests of honor are the kids that we have in our program. And so we're really excited to be able to highlight them tonight for their great works, for their dedication to the program, and just, for all the great things that they've been doing in the community. We're going to start off by having prayer. This is our Inner Beauty Princess for 2021, Samaya Hines. And Samaya is going to lead us in a word of prayer to get us opened up, and then we will dismiss by table so that you can go up and get your dinner plates.
Happy holidays and good evening, everybody. One time, please give it up for yourself. Okay, you gave it up for yourself. Now give it up for these young men that are standing up here in front of you. Yeah, that we know are not out here in these streets tonight. That we know are not out here carjacking, robbing, holding guns, breaking into nobody's house. One more time, give it up for these young men that's up here tonight. Yes, thank you. We always start our program out with the acknowledgement of our young people because we wouldn't be here without them. I know we're all on Zooms with all the adults and we're talking about young people, and we tend to talk around our young people and not talk to our young people and listen to our young people. And if we can't applaud these young men and these young ladies that are here tonight doing this, then what can we applaud them doing? And we done been, unfortunately, this year we done been to too many funerals. There was 2 I couldn't go to. Couldn't take it. We done seen it. In Indianapolis, we're at a record high of homicides. We're at a record high of losing our young people. So we have young people, and you, as parents, guardians, that made a decision to come out in the rain and bring these young people here tonight to stand up in front of you. If we can't applaud them now and show them some acknowledgement, when do we applaud them? Because I know I've been to the funerals and they crying, everybody got the RP t-shirts, everybody smelling like weed and all that. This ain't that. So we can acknowledge them here doing this. Maybe they don't aspire to do the other stuff. So one more time, I know you might be uncomfortable, give it up for these young boys right here and the young ladies in the house. Yeah. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. You might be a little uncomfortable standing up. Thank you. So again, I want to introduce you to New Boy. Miss Crystal and her team is going to come up and introduce you to the Inner Beauty program. But this is New Boy, which stands for New Breed of Youth, Mentoring and Youth Development Program. Every year we have an award ceremony at the end of the year just to acknowledge our young men. We co-join the award ceremony with my wife, Crystal Hines, with the young ladies, because one component of our program that we think is crucial is to make sure young men know how to respect young ladies. And now vice versa. So we do co-mingle our programs a lot. We just went on a college tour, and a historical tour, to New York, in Philadelphia. We co-mingled the young men and the young ladies. So this is a really important part of our program. I thank you for coming out in this environment, for bringing these young people. You're going to hear some stories tonight. You're going to hear some testimonials tonight. We want to acknowledge these young men. We want to acknowledge the mentors that work with these young men, the men and the women that come and pick up these young men every day and engage them in the program. And so if you have enough strength in your hands, can you acknowledge the mentors that work with these young people every day? Yes. The mentors. Yes. Acknowledge the food, the free food, please. Thank you. So we want to start off with our New Boy mantra. That's how we normally introduce ourselves with the New Boy Mentoring Program. Some of our young men are new to the program, but if you are active in the New Boy Mentoring Program, it was important for you to be here tonight. So we have some young men up here, and I'll be completely honest with you. We got some young men up here who are honor roll students. We got some young men up here that don't go to school. We got some young men up here that have been expelled from school. Some young men that have been suspended from school. Some of these young men up here will not go home to their families tonight. They will go home to a foster family. Some young men up here will go to a residential placement tonight. We have to drop them off at a residential placement tonight. One thing I do know, though, if I put my bottom dollar on it, by looking at these young men, you couldn't tell the difference. You couldn't tell the difference. By the way they're well-mannered, how they're looking at you, you see the self-control, but sometimes, well, a lot of times society labels these young men and labels our young ladies. Tonight, there's no label. They're just being acknowledged, they're being applauded, and everybody's here for them. New boy, let's go. I am
fresh. I will not let my circumstance situation dictate my elevation.
to the top.
It's where I strive to be. 100% hard body attitude. My success in life depends on me.
Mantra number one, give it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. So we have mantras in New Boy that we have the young men work on, and it's really just positive affirmations. We want to instill in them positivity because there's a lot of negativity. We want to instill in them positivity, so that mantra is one. Mantra number two, ready? Attitude.
Character, integrity, love.
When I laid down last night,
I pray for all the above.
I respect my hood and love my bros.
But I'm tired of looking at life through these iron poles.
No more excuses.
I'm tired of playing games.
Back and forth to court, that is just lame. Big New Boy. Give it up one more time, that's two. So again, I want to introduce you to New Boy. You will meet some of these young men throughout the night. We're not going to keep you long. We have some awards that we want to give out to our community. We have some people here that work behind the scenes that make this happen. There would be no Inner Beauty and New Boy program without some key people in this room tonight. And we would be remiss not to honor them as we transition into 2022. We have some parents. You guys trust us with your kids. We even got a parent in here that told me don't ever come pick our son up again because I missed an appointment. If you know me, I'm always late, and I will miss an appointment. But I might be late, but I'm right on time. But it's funny how God works, because that same young man that mom told me never to come pick her son up again, he lives right around the corner from me. He is not a referral, and I've been able to establish a relationship with that young man that I know is going to be lifelong because of the relationship I have with him, because of his mom and the investment that she pays into him. But it's just so crazy right now that we're all here, and that we want to acknowledge our young people, but we definitely want to acknowledge some of the key people behind the scenes. So we will be giving out some awards, so we ask you guys to please bear with us. Please bear with us. We do have ice, so if you need to get you a drink, just hold tight. We're going to make it happen, and the whole purpose of us being here is to try to usher these young men and these young ladies into 2022 with a bang. One more time, give it up for New Boy. Good, fellas, we're good. We all.
He's always a hard act to follow. These are just a few of our young ladies tonight that are going to represent Inner Beauty for our mantra. But before I do that, I just want to throw out a couple of statistics. As Kareem said, we're working with youth every day, Sunday through Sunday. And just from looking at our numbers today, we have serviced 393 kids just this year. And we have done over 11,000 hours of mentoring just this year. And so what we do is really important to not just us, but to the kids that we serve and the communities that they live in. And so again, I just can't thank you enough for being here, for your support for our girls and our young men. I have, again, Samaya Hines and Corey Hines that are going to come, and they are going to lead our mantra.
1, 2, 3. We are the Inner Beauty Queens.
We are the Inner Beauty Queens.
Our mission is to show integrity,
Our mission is to show integrity,
compassion,
compassion,
and pride
and pride
by all means.
by all means.
Our goals are to be respectful,
Our goals are to be respectful,
non-judgmental,
non-judgmental,
with a positive attitude.
with a positive attitude.
As we thirst for more knowledge in our lives,
As we thirst for more knowledge in our lives,
as we walk through valleys,
as we walk through valleys,
we will strive to keep our sisters' secrets
we will strive to keep our sister's secrets
confidentially and trusted at all times.
confidentially and trusted at all
Being an IB has taught me
Being an IB has taught me
commitment,
commitment,
manners,
manners,
and honor,
and honor,
while learning to be the best virtuous woman I can be.
while learning to be the best virtuous woman I can be.
Thank you, ladies. You can go on back. And so we are going to start our first set of the fashion show tonight. What you're going to see is the 60s, the 70s, and the 90s, because apparently us 80s babies got left out. But you'll see the 60s, 70s, and 90s, just a glimpse, back in time. And that will be followed, the 60s will be first, and it'll be followed by a rap from one of our young ladies, Destiny Miller. So give us just a couple seconds to reset.
That's what my father said before he packed up his clothes in a garbage bag. September 5th, can't get that day back. Money, it comes and goes, I gotta learn that. My mama did it by herself cause you was never around. Shout out to my black queen, you know you held it down. Money don't grow on trees, so I had to come around. 5 of us coming up, we gon' take a bow. Mama made enough for her kids to help out. Stay true to the ones that 6 feet in the ground. Mama never gave up, but she gave me up. Signed those papers in my face like she ain't give up. I never thought that I would make it, but I held it down. Mama told me you gon' make it, you gon' make me proud. Sitting on child abuse like I'm not a child. Thinking, dang, why you had to let me down? Being owned by my pops, I done had enough. I done ran around the block till I found my love. Got pregnant at 14, I ain't have enough. But I still stayed strong, I had to play tough. My uncle gone, my baby passed, now I'm all alone. Mama told me it's okay, they sit on the king's throne. But I'm so sad that they left me by myself. Cause right now the way it's looking, I don't have no help.
All right, I hope that you all could hear her clearly because she was rapping her life. And that was really serious. We had a sister circle a couple of weeks ago. We had some guests here from Philadelphia, and they were talking about sharing their like worst day. And she said, I can't share, I don't want to talk about it. And so before we left, she said, hold on, I got one thing I need to do. And so she turned her music on and she rapped about it. And I said, you have to do that. You have to come and people have to hear your story that way. And so I'm really proud that she was brave enough to get up and rap that. Thank you, Destiny. That was fantastic. All right, now that you've seen the 60s and you had a little glimpse back in time, hopefully some of you got to reminisce a little bit, we are going to move on to the 70s.
To the hip, hip, hopper, you don't stop the rockin' to the bang, bang, boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the rock, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie, let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Now so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on and sing that song. Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see I'm 6'1" and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so vicious. I got bodyguards, I got two big cars, it definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental and a some new Cadillac. So after school I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Him and talking my checkbook, cause it costs more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker or a bum from the rockin' that I died till I made it again. Everybody go, oh, hell, motel, what you gonna do today? Is I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go, hotel, motel, holiday inn. Say if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. I'm not the jam, I'm up mellow, it's on you, so what you gonna do? Well, it's on and up and up and up and up. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the best rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start rocking your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting in your seat. And then damn, you start doing the freak. I said damn, right out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You're rocking to the beat without a care. You can show a shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of rhyme. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. Sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot play. The pop, the pop, the pop, the pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, y'all. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep it strong, cause all I'm here to do is just wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. Sing it on and on and on and on and on like rock, y'all. Do it on the floor. I'm gonna freak your head, I'm gonna freak your day. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jig jiggers in your cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for? To the hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rockin' to the bang, bang the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Skittle bebop, we rock a Scooby Doo, and guess what? America, we love you, because it's in a row with us so much so you can.
All right, so you saw the 70s and hip hop.
Okay, real quick, I have some acknowledgement. One more time, if we can give it up for the young ladies for the fashion show. All we try to do within our program, whether it's Inner Beauty or New Boy, is just expose our kids to something different. A lot of the young people that we work with probably will never walk in a fashion show. We are hopeful that they are, but we want to make sure that we, if not, are the last one or the first ones to expose them to something like that. And again, it's just all about accentuating the positive. If we can really accentuate the positive in our young people, we can help maybe deter some of that negative thinking, some of that self-destructive thinking that we know goes on within their minds. And what we try to do within our programs is not diminish the way they go about their business, but we do want to reframe it. We want to reframe, their lives. A lot of things that are going on with our young people, especially the young people that are tearing our city up, is because they have no hope. There's no hope. There's no optimism. They can't see past 21. I want to give a shout out to a few people in the building because I want to say something real quick. I got Miss Arnetta Scruggs with the Bloom Project, who does great work. Please give it up for Miss Arnetta. Arnetta allows us to come over to her building one day a week and do a program with New Boy. And it was a young man that basically said, I don't know and I don't care really about the way I live because either I'm going to die or end up in jail. And not eventually, he was talking soon. And he was genuine. He was genuine. He wasn't being bombastic about it. He wasn't being, he was genuine. And it's hard when you work with young people to hear that at 14 years old, especially when you know they're genuine. They're not just doing it saying it to get a rise out of you. When they're genuine, and for some of our young people, they're asking for help because they don't know how to humble themselves and just come and ask for help because of especially with our young men, the masculinity and that desire to be lit and that desire to be popular. They don't know how to ask for help. So when a young man exposes himself like that, we have to listen. And some of those young men, or the young men that said that, and some other young men that even professed that in front of his mom at a restaurant we were having dinner this week, they're here. So you never know. If we have 30 or 40 people coming up here, if we can have one person, one young person leave tonight with a different view about their life and their direction, we won. We won. So you never know what your hand claps will do. You never know what you just saying, hey, you look nice. Hey, how you doing? Hey, great job. You just never know what that'll do. And that's what we hope to do in all of the programs that we do. So sometimes, especially if you come to a lot of our programs, it might get a little monotonous. It might get a little, but you never know because our program is like a revolving door. But constantly recycling, or cycling young people in. So please, if you see a young person today and you don't know them, please give them a compliment. I challenge you, I dare you. I dare you to acknowledge a young person today that you do not know before you leave and just say, hey man, you did a good job. Hey young lady, you look real pretty today. I dare you to do that. So what we want to do now is acknowledge some parents. I got some parents that I want to come up and I want to acknowledge you. So when I call your name, if you can come up here to the front, I want to acknowledge you. And then we have a couple of parents that are going to give a couple of testimonials. Because one thing for me to talk about the program, it's another thing for the young men to talk about the program. But if we can have a parent that tells you the effect that they've seen our program have on that young person, that speaks volumes. So my parents are in the building. If you are, matter of fact, I have some parents that I'm going to call up. And these are the parents who I know and our mentors know are involved. So if you're not called, that does not mean you're involved. That might mean you're not as involved as you should be. Don't mean you're not involved. But the parents I'm getting ready to call up, they come out their homes when we drop these boys off. They come to our programs. They donate to the programs. And they really, really want to know what kind of program their young people involved in. I got a set of parents here right now. Matter of fact, let me call them up right now. Mr. Mark and Shalonda Corner. Give them a hand. Mark and Shalonda Corner, come on up. Duck and Seafood. If you ever had that Duck and Seafood, those are the owners right there. They done came all draped up in the Gucci. They was like, I'm going to kill them tonight. So we get ready to hurt them. No, these are really personal friends of ours, long time. Mr. Mark and Shalonda Corner. I'm gonna find their award real quick, but I want to just tell you what these parents did. And when we give a parent award out, we have a hashtag that we started in the Indie Mentor Network called Not Mine. Hashtag is Not Mine. What Not Mine basically means is, because we work with so many kids who are in the system and even kids who are not in the system, what we tell our parents is, you might not be able to save everybody, but save yours. Save yours. If you say to yourself, I don't care what he doing, she doing, or they doing, but the system will not get mine. Not mine. And I will bust my behind, and I will do whatever I need to do, not mine. So we came up with the Indie Mentor Network, came up with this hashtag, Not Mine. So every parent award that we give out, it is a Not Mine Parent Award. And we took a trip. We took maybe 60 young people to New York, where I'm from. We was up in Harlem. Yeah, not upstate New York. We was in the city. We was in the hood. But we took them to Harlem and we took them to Philadelphia. With my man right here, Dwayne Moment, his wife, Miss Sylvia Moment, Vantage Point Children's Services. Please give them a round of applause right here. They will be getting an award tonight. Stand up real quick if you don't mind, Dwayne. Dwayne don't like this at all, but I want him to stand up. This man has a mentoring program. Not only a mentoring program, he has a social service organization out here that services youth and families. He brought 3 people on this trip. We took 2 bus loads. We took about 60 people from Indy, picked up about 30 people in Philly, where Dwayne is from. Dwayne took 3 young men, but he donated $16,000 to this trip. $16,000. That's self-sacrifice right now. $16,000. I want to make sure I acknowledge that, my brother. So on the trip, we're on the trip. Mark and Shalonda Corner, they have their sons out. Their son came out on the trip. We went from, I want to say Wednesday to Sunday. I think Friday night, they called and said, we want to come and surprise our son. I said, come where? We're getting ready to jump on a plane. Don't tell him we're coming to the hotel room in New York and we're going to surprise our son. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That deserves a round of applause, without a doubt. They jumped on a plane, came out, surprised their son, and took that tour with us in New York City. And if you could have seen the surprise on their son's look at 11:30 at night when mom and dad came out there to New York City. So I felt that they definitely needed to be acknowledged, because not only did that inspire us, you guys inspire us for what you do, for the behind the scenes for our program, for me, and for my wife, and I think that deserves to be acknowledged. So we want to give you this award, the Not Mine Parent Award, to Mr. Mark and Shalonda Corner. Thank you. Give it up, please. Duck and Seafood. If you ever had Duck and Seafood, 38th and High School Road, they own Duck and Seafood. Really good guys and ladies. Another parent, Miss Cynthia. Where you at, Miss Cynthia? Cynthia Wallace, come up. I know you heard me. Yeah, there you go. Miss Cynthia don't like to be called out. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. Miss Cynthia, come on up. Miss Cynthia is another one of our dedicated parents. Her son's name is Corey Vincent. Corey is in the house tonight. Miss Cynthia is the only mom. Again, we pick up young men, we engage them in our programs. We have about 4 days a week that we engage the young men in our programs. We have a Monday sports program, a Wednesday leadership circle, we have a boxing and martial arts program on Saturday, and then we have a Friday fun program. Was that a whistle or a cry? Okay, thank you. But anyway, Miss Cynthia was the first mom that came up, pulled up in a truck, and myself, big brother TA was out there, Monte, Eric, we were all outside in front of the venue. We were having our Wednesday circle. She said, you come here. Come here right now. We thought it was something wrong. And I lie to you not, I can't make this up. She said, I'm going to tell you right now, this boy, this is mine. This is mine. I trust y'all. Y'all snatch his ASS up if y'all need to. This is mine right here. We was like, oh my God. In a big old red truck, pickup truck, and said, this is mine. I can't lose him. I won't lose him. I trust y'all, but this is mine. And she did this in public every time we do a ceremony. and we acknowledge these young people, I'm gonna acknowledge her. So please give it up for Miss Cynthia Wallace. Now you stand up here, you stand up here, stand up here. What else we got? I got Miss Candace Ritchie. Can you come on up? Give it up for Miss Candace. Miss Candace is another one of our supportive moms. Come up to the front, Miss Cynthia, away from the door. Yeah, you guys can stand up in the front. Miss Candace is another one of our supportive moms. And I'll tell you now, we have 3 gifts that we're giving away tonight. We're giving away an overnight hotel stay at a hotel in Carmel with a dinner. We're giving away a night of dinner and a cabaret show. And we're also giving away a free Manny and Petty on behalf of Miss Candace Ritchie. And we're going to give that to our parents. But Miss Candace is one who also, every night I drop her son off, comes out of the house, make sure she meets me, make sure we have a conversation about what her son is involved in. And to some people in here, you might think that that's normal. That's not normal, guys. I tell you right now, it's not normal. We don't have a lot of parents that invest in their kids. And when I mean invest in your kid, you can't come pick my son up for a mentoring program. I don't give a, my wife, I don't give a DAMN if you got referred by DCS, probation, or he's a kid who ain't never been in the system before. If you come to pick mine up, I'm coming out the house. I want to meet you. I want to see you. I want to see your body language. I want to see your car. I want to see if you're on a flat tire. I want to hear when your car pull off, if it's squeaking. I want to see all of that. I want to just make sure we acknowledge those parents that do that because we need more. We need more. That is not typical. I got young men right now that are not here. That are not here. Young men doing 25 years. We had events like this 2 years ago. The young man's parents did not come. He got tired of hearing about these moms. He got tired of hearing about his friends coming up to talk about their moms. Mom was not here. He left. This was a Friday night. He left. I was like, where you going? I asked his mentor, is he leaving? Yeah, mom called him an Uber. He left because he just got tired of seeing all these young men come up and be acknowledged with their parents. He left on Friday at 8:30 at night. Monday morning, we got the call that young man shot somebody at the Dollar General, killed somebody at the Dollar General. He's now doing 30 years. He was 14 years old. All he wanted was acknowledgement. All he wanted was acknowledgement. And the part about that kills me, and I heard it today on a workshop that Miss Shannon and CPLI did. Shout out to Miss Shannon too, CPLI, Miss Rachel, and all you guys are doing great work over there. We have enough people criminalizing adolescent behavior. Think about that. We have enough people criminalizing adolescent behavior. We don't need our parents criminalizing it. A lot of behaviors you see from your child, whether it be your son or your daughter, is adolescent behavior. Maybe we as parents can be better trained or better skilled to deal with those behaviors. Because if we're not, the system will. And the system is trying to throw our young people in jail. So we want to acknowledge parents that are taking that next step, that are saying, not mine. So Miss Candace Ritchie, we want to acknowledge you for being one of those not mine parents. So we'll keep it moving real quick. We'll keep it moving. I know it's hot. Stay up. Stay up. Michelle Brown, come up here real quick. Caleb and Colin, wake up and get off your phones, man. Your mother's going to get an award and you're on your phone. Stand up, man. Both of y'all, stand up. Don't let your mother, matter of fact, stop right there. Walk your mother up here, man. Walk your mom up here. Walk her up. Grab her arm. Both of y'all, walk her up. Look at that. Look how uncomfortable they are. Look, I love making boys uncomfortable. I love it. Yes. It's Michelle Brown, another one of our parents. 2 young men. Stay in their hands. Thank you. We want to acknowledge Miss Michelle Brown for being one of those not mine parents. Please give it up for Miss Michelle Brown. And if you know Michelle, she's always responsible for the cupcakes. Any cake that we have in our program, that's her. That's her. Another parent we got. Miss Shelley Weekly. Come on up, Miss Shelley. Where's your son? Phenom. Where's Phenom at? Stay there. Go back. Phenom, where you at? Come walk your mother up, man. And wear that sexy shirt and unbutton the top button. Walk your mother up here, man. Hurry up. Walk your mom up here, man. Miss Shelley Weekly, another one of our not mine parents, fully supportive of her son. Yeah, stay up here with your mom real quick. Guys, if new boy, if you have a mom that's up here, I need you to come up here with your mom. I need the roses. We have some roses, real quick. I just need you to come up here with your mom. Where are the roses? We have some roses. Where are those roses that Mr. Dwayne dropped off? We have a bunch of roses. Stand by your mom real quick, guys. Here you go, Miss Shelley. I have another mom I want to recognize real quick. Miss Candace. Candace Leslie, where are you? Miss Candace. D. Stone's cousin. This is a Not Mine Cousin Award. Miss Candace, where are you? Are you in the audience? Candace Leslie. Come on up, Miss Candace. This is the Not Mine Cousin Award. Cuzzo stepped up. Cuzzo stepped up. Please give it up one more time, guys. Yes. Fellas, do me a favor. Each one of y'all, go grab a rose and make sure you come and give it to your mom. The roses are right there. Go grab a rose and give it to your mom. Pretty please. Here you go. Please, stand up there in the front. We're almost done. We want to just acknowledge you guys, please. Guys, I know this might be a little long, but again, we have had a rough year in our program and a rough year in our city. We have young men who would love to be up here acknowledging their moms right now, who are not here. We have young men that are doing big time years in prison, and some young men that are in the ground right now who would love to be acknowledging their moms, and their moms would love to be acknowledged, to be acknowledged by them right now. So please, if you don't mind, take your pictures. Please, one time, give it up for these young men and their moms. Yes, we appreciate you. Cameron, where you at? Really? You got mom standing? Get a rose for your mom, man. Where's the rose at? Get the rose right here. I'll get that up. Just get. I got you. I'll get that up. I'll get that up. That's beneath you. I got you. It's beneath you. I'll get that up. Real quick, Crystal's giving me the time. We got 2.5 minutes. I need you to take 30 seconds and acknowledge your mom and pass the mic. Let's go. Stand up front with your mom. Acknowledge your mom. You got some words for her.
I'm thankful for my mom because after everything I've done to her and put her through, she's still here helping me and letting me do what I want to do. So, and letting me be able to work with her and she trusts me to work her own business that she doesn't trust other people to do. So that's why I'm thankful for my mom.
I appreciate my mom because I done put her through a lot of pain and stress and all that, you feel me? And I know that she getting tired of me and stuff like that, but after everything, she don't ever give up on me. And I'm just thankful for that, and I want to tell her I love her.
We know that we put our mom through a lot, and she still put up with us and stuff, and she loves us and stuff, and she do a lot for us, and she makes sure that we get anything that we want, and so we just want to say that we love her.
I thank for my mom because she do a lot for me and my little brother and my little sister, and that she still put up with us after every day of the week. She still put up with us the next Monday, and then she like a friend to me. So yeah.
All right, can y'all hear me? All right, so I love my mom because even when I'm in my emotions and stuff, she still deal with me. And then even when I didn't make the basketball team, she still helped me out and stuff and still talked me through it and said that it was gonna be all right. And then even when I was getting in trouble at school, throughout all my school years, she still made sure that I didn't get expelled or anything, and made sure that I stayed in the house and then wasn't out in the streets or anything. And so that's why I love my mom.
I'm thankful for my cousin because she took me in after my mom actually had to step down. She took me in for like a year. She went through a lot to come and get me, you know, with my mom drinking and stuff. And, you know, there was one time where she almost just gave me back because I was giving her a hard trouble, and she still kept me and she never gave up on me. So, you know, I'm thankful for that. And she opened up a lot of things in my life I never thought would come to me. So, you know, I'm thankful for her, and I love her.
How y'all doing today?
Now you see this young man that brought a man up here. We didn't ask for the men to come up, but again, one of the biggest components of our program is accountability. You got to be accountable. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not trying to put his name out there, but this young man is driving this man crazy. So the fact that he said, I saw him say, come up, I walk up here, I really want to hear what he has to say.
I just wanted to say that even though we're going through like a lot of rough times right now, but like we just gotta like get through it, cause like it take time. It's not just gonna happen like instantly. Cause we both dudes, and like yeah, we're gonna clash heads. Like we got 3 other boys in the house, so yeah, it's gonna be hectic. But we're gonna get through it, and I love him. And hey, he did one of the best pops you can have.
One time, give it up for our moms and our young men, please. Thank you. Mentors, come on.
Say what's up, big.
Our last acknowledgement is for a young man that was in our program. He's still in our program. He's not here right now. We lost him. He was a victim of gun violence. We asked his mom to come out. We took our whole New Boy program outside of his hospital room when he was on life support. This young man had an effect on our program. He had a profound effect on our program. He had a profound effect on the mentors. He had a profound effect on the young men. Big personality. Big personality. And we lost him. To be honest, I didn't know how to acknowledge him. I didn't want to re-traumatize mom or the family, but he should be here today. So we wanted to recognize him today. His mom is here today, Miss Morris. Her son's name is Timothy Morris. Her family is here today. I know it's hard for her to stand up here, but we are losing our young men. Timothy was 14 years old. Timothy could have been on anybody's basketball team. He could have been on anybody's football team. Handsome young man, very personable, charismatic, and he fell victim to these streets. I know mom wishes her son was here right now. I asked mom to come because we wanted to just acknowledge her. We wanted to acknowledge her family. We've never had an issue with Timothy. It's so crazy how some of these young men get out here and on paper they look like monsters. When we get them on paper, they look like pure hell. But when we get them, we don't have any issues with them. And it's not because of anything that we're doing, it's just relationship building. And we see all these community leaders get up on these TVs and talk about what can we do to change our city and what can we do to curb this violence. Get up off your pulpit and get from behind those news podiums and come and intermingle and commingle with these kids. Come start establishing relationships with these kids. So for Mom to be here, I wanted her to speak. I know Mom is pretty emotional, but if we can just give 10 seconds, just to the count of 10, I'm gonna give a moment of silence for our brother Timothy Morris. Thank you. Thank you. Mom, family, did you guys want to say anything? Yes, please.
How everybody doing? I'm his auntie. I'm the oldest. It's my baby sister. My nephew, he was a great child. I heard a lot about you on there, you know what I mean? He did love basketball and football, but I was going for basketball because I want a rich one. You know, I was making my big house and my fancy car, you know. So just keep us in y'all prayers, you know, and thank y'all for this award behind him to my sister.
His name was TJ. That was my boy. That was my only child. I'm still young myself. That was my baby boy. And I pushed just like all of y'all did. All y'all mothers did. I pushed for my son. He didn't have nothing but my attention. Like I said, that was my only child. But just keep me in your prayers. I can't even talk right now. I don't know what to say. Thanks.
Okay, I think we're going to go into the 90s fashion show real quick with the young ladies. Going to bring them out, and then we have some community awards, and then we're going to give our Young Men Awards. We'll get out of here. Thank you for your patience. You want to narrate it?
What you'll see with this next set is, again, it's the 90s. We have also mixed in some, one of our local designers, who is Ace Born to Win, who's back in the back. Can you wave for us, Ace? His beautiful mom standing beside him is one of our inner beauty mentors, Miss Flo, and so we asked if she could just have him do us a favor and loan us some of those awesome designs that he has, and so he's done so today, and so we're going to model some of that. We also were blessed and fortunate enough to get a package from Philadelphia from Milano. And so that's, you know, it's pretty big time for Milano's to send us some clothes for our children. So we are very grateful for our family in Philly and the connection over here with Mr. Moment, connecting us to our virtual village and our Philly family. So without any further ado, we're going to have our 90s.
And I'm never
causing grief in human relations. It's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the tale. See, it's not about races, just places, faces. Where your blood comes from is where your space is. I seen the bright get dark. I'm not gonna spend my life being a color.
You agree with me when I saw you kicking dirt in my eye. My baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. My baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Being my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white.
By advertising on YouTube, I catch the eye of my ideal customers at the right time. I can connect with someone like Corey.
Causing grief in human relations. It's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the tale. See, it's not about races, just places, faces. Where your blood comes from is where your space is. I seen the bright get dark. I'm not gonna spend my life being that color.
You agree with me when I saw you kicking dirt in my eye. My baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. If you're black or white, being my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white.
DeRouge, straight from Philadelphia. Philly in the building. The Milano DeRouge Code. Mr. Washington. Give it up for my man DeMarcus Parks. Coming down with the orange Milano DeRouge. If you watch the new Kevin Hart Netflix special, the young lady had on a Milano de Rouge outfit, a designer from Philadelphia, Mr. Meek Mill's baby's mother. Everyone, come on out for one final walk. One final walk. All of our models, give it up. One final walk. If we don't give it up for our kids here, where do we give it up from? Let's usher these young people into 2022. Let them hear it. Let's usher these young people into 2022. Inner Beauty, New Boy, you guys look amazing. The confidence that it took to come out. The confidence that it took to come out here in front of you guys. Gotta give it up for that.
They're gonna come back out and do the microwave challenge for us. This TikTok microwave challenge, ladies and gentlemen.
If you are doing the microwave challenge, come on out. Let's keep it moving. The microwave challenge. This is a new thing. This is a new thing. The microwave challenge. If you up, let's go. Let's see it.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
All right, y'all better kill it. Y'all better kill it.
My baby on a Saturday. I believe in miracles, and a miracle is happening tonight.
1, 2, ready, spin.
My baby, it don't matter if you're black or white.
This floor wasn't as slick as the practice floor. Sorry, guys. It's really cute. It really is.
And it's you, either you're wrong or you're right.
All right, can we give it up again for the 90s? And for all the youth that participated in the fashion show that were brave today, can we clap it up one more time? All right, can we give it up for our awesome mentors that worked so hard to make sure that our kids were ready today and every day. Thank you, guys. We are now going to go into our award ceremony. It will not take too long, but please, like Kareem said, bear with us. We have to show honor to those people who work in the community with our kids, and especially to our kids. And so we will be not too long after this closing up. So I'm going to give the mic back to Kareem, and he is going to kick off our holiday awards.
All right, let's get it in. We want to give our first award to a couple. One thing I do know in this business, when you're working with kids, period, it doesn't matter where they come from, it takes two. I am fortunate to have a wife that I can come home to and unpack some of what I get from the kids. A lot of our kids go through so much trauma in their lives, and they're going through trauma at younger and younger ages. And when we work with them and we try to instill that hope, that optimism, that empowerment, that motivation, sometimes their issues become our issues. You know, you can't help if you have passion for working with young people to take those issues on. So I'm fortunate enough to have a wife that does the same thing. So there's no such thing as leave work outside, and when you come home, home is home. Work is work. You know, kids are our life. And when we acknowledge the people that we acknowledge in the night, we have two couples that we want to acknowledge that have supported us tremendously, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. When we ask them to be there, they're there, unapologetically, without question, and we would be remiss to go into 22 without acknowledging these men, these couples. The first man I want to acknowledge is Mr. Dwayne Moment. Dwayne, come on up, man, please, if you don't mind. Please give it up to Dwayne. Dwayne Moment is the founder of Vantage Point Children and Family Services. Dwayne is one of the most low-key young men, I'll say that you'll ever meet in your life. Dwayne is dedicated. He is passionate about what he does with these young people and these families. He supports us behind the scenes without accolade. He needs no recognition. There was no way for us to have an award ceremony without acknowledging Dwayne. But I know Dwayne is not Dwayne without his better half. Dwayne is not Dwayne without his better half. And his better half, the one that keeps Dwayne going, the one that keeps the battery at his back, we had to acknowledge them. So we want to give our Genuine Spirit Award to Miss Dwayne and Sylvia Moment. Miss Sylvia, come on, please. Yes, give it up, please. These people work so much behind the scenes for your kids. Sometimes the people that work behind the scenes, they don't get the credit because you don't know it. So we want to make sure that we acknowledge them with this award. They were on their way to Chicago. They canceled that trip or postponed it so they could come by. So one more time, young people, please give it up for these two, Dwayne and Sylvia Moment. Yes, yes. You want to say something real quick?
Definitely, first I want to say thank you to everybody. Obviously, thank you to Kareem. I can honestly say Kareem and Crystal are the first family of family services. They are the Jay-Z and Beyonce of family service. Give it up for Kareem and Crystal. I don't know anybody that has more energy than Kareem. I'm an old dude. He keeps me going. A lot of times when I'm actually feeling kind of worn down, but I definitely want to acknowledge my wife. Just to give you some feedback, and I'm not going to take long. We have 2 special need kids. Our biological twin sons who have severe autism, nonverbal. My wife. Strongest person I know. She's been there when I was having these dreams of playing football and them going to basketball practice, and she was in front of it, got services for them in place when I was in huge denial. So, I mean, Kareem said it best, is no way. I'm so glad that you and Crystal acknowledged her. I try not to take her for granted. Sometimes I do. But I want to definitely say thank you for everything. 31 years, she been there and rocked. And I love you. Thank you for everything.
I just want to say thank you. I was the baby when we got together.
Give it up one more time. Dwayne and Sylvia Moment. Thank you. This next couple I want to acknowledge. I remember sitting in my first meeting with this lady. And me, I'll tell you right now, when I sit in a meeting, it doesn't take me long to recognize someone who is not passionate about youth and is just in that meeting for the money. Doesn't take me long at all. And social services can be such a backstabbing business. I mean, there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on within social services. So many people manipulate, our young people's trauma for their benefit. And it's unfortunate. It truly is unfortunate. But we have some very passionate people that work in the city of Indianapolis and the state of Indiana that are really passionate about transformational change within our young people, for our young people and their families. And I remember when I first sat in this meeting with this lady, and she said she wanted to use poetry to change these boys, and I laughed inside. I laughed. I was like, ain't no way in the world. Not these hard boys. I said, she walking up the wrong tree. She was passionate about her mission. She knew what she was doing. And I could tell you now, just coming from the hood, real recognize real. And these young men, these young ladies in this city, they recognize her. They recognize her husband. They recognize their genuine spirit. And she has one of the most profound, transformational mentoring programs along with her husband in the state of Indiana. And I would put their program up nationally against any program in this country in regards to the change and the hope and the empowerment and the transformation that they instill in these young men. So again, I want to recognize for the first time as we go into 22, a power couple in Indianapolis that keep me and my wife going, that keep us humble, that are genuine, and they have allowed us into their circle. We learn from them, we're encouraged by them, we're motivated by you. Mr. Trey and Kia Wright, Voices Corp, please come up to the front. They get our first ever Galactic Gratitude Award. Please give it up. You guys don't know, this is real. This is real. You might not hear about them, but Voices Corp is a force to be reckoned with in this city. Yes, we appreciate. Where you at, Crystal? I want to present you guys with this. We appreciate you. You know we love you. It's more than friendship. We love what you guys are doing for the community, and we definitely want to acknowledge you guys today. Thank you. Please, please.
First, we want to say thank you. A lot of people talk about collaboration and working together. But I think Crystal and Kareem really showed us what that was like. When we first started Voices, Crystal was one of the few women in the city that told me how to do this. She answered my questions, she gave me templates, she emailed me encouragement, and I will forever be grateful for all the guidance and support that her and Kareem have given us, and we're just so thankful to be a part of this, so thank you.
I just first off want to say thank you. It's important. Representation really matters. You know, I didn't have a social background, and I got into it because I seen the effect that I had on young men. I was blessed to take a lot of things for granted. And that's part of the reason I was able to get into this work. And, you know, it just kind of, as anybody know who does it, it ain't work, it's your life, you know what I mean? We never off, it feels like, you know. And I appreciate the Kareems and the Crystals because they go hard, you know. And I know, I mean, just the lineup they got this weekend, you know, I'm tired. You know, so I really appreciate what they do and the effort they put in and the recognition that they give everybody because, you know, it's a grind. It's a grind, you know, and it's mentally and physically draining, you know, when you put so much into these young folks and you lose them, you know, whether it's locked up or they're in a box dead. You know, it's real like that. So it's nice to be recognized sometimes, and thank you.
Thank you. You want to say something?
Thank you.
All right, keeping it moving. This next award, sometimes we don't recognize the people that paved the way. There are some people that came before us. There's some people that will come after us. This work that we do, the way we're allowed to do it, with the creativity, the collaboration, the unconventional way we mentor does not happen without people that paved the way. You know, we say it all the time, we stand on the shoulders of giants. And I think we would be, again, remiss if we didn't recognize somebody in the house tonight. He's a mentor of mine, up close and afar. This man has really, again, behind the scenes done great work for the city of Indianapolis, for people that I don't even know, and people I probably would never know. He has laid a foundation for years to come. So we want to recognize Mr. Brian Carter with Dad's Inc. with our Lifetime Achievement Award. Look at clean. Mr. B. Carter, look at clean. Mr. Carter, man, we love you, we appreciate you. Where's your beautiful wife? Can she come up and, please, come on up. No, please come on. Someone take this picture. Without her, there is no him. Without her, there is no him. Yes. Mr. Brian Carter.
You know, I've been in social services for over 30 years. The judge right here doesn't know how much of motivation he was to me in my early being a PO, you know, working back in the lockup. And then just to meet Kareem, you know, fellow New Yorker, and then I find out when I'm walking the block, when I first got into my exercise routine, that he's my neighbor. I'm like, I saw Crystal, didn't really recognize her, you know, as Crystal. Then I see them and I'm like, come on, we neighbors, we work together, we care about kids, and that's what it's all about. I do thank my wife, you know, because she puts up with me and just all the different things related to young people, but young people are my tattoo, you know, and then you all that are the next generation, you know, you're my tattoo, because it's like you got a legacy that you're walking in and you're creating your own past, and I'm so thankful for that. So it's good to see all the friends and everybody that work in the business, and I'm a little short of breath because about a month ago I caught COVID, you know, it's a monster. But I did want to let you guys know that keep it going. Dwayne, all of y'all, just keep it going, all right? So God bless you.
Thank you, much love. Thank you guys for showing up. Real quick, you guys are bearing with us. Your patience is crazy. We appreciate. We're almost done. There's a few people in the audience we got to recognize. I need you to stand up, please, when I call your name. Miss Sweat, stand up. Curtis Sweat mom, stand up. She made the fruit baskets, the fruit tonight. Please give her a hand. Mr. IK, please stand up. One of our board members with New Boy, please stand up. Eric Steele was here, another one of our board members. Go around, my beautiful daughter, Ariane Hines, stand up. Gives our millennial message on our... Yes. Going around, who am I missing? I miss you. Brandon Randall, please stand up with voices. Miss Arnetta Scruggs, please stand up. Yes. Miss Frace, please stand up. One of our lawyers that goes above and beyond for our young men in the building. Miss Christina, please, yes, stand up. Miss Shannon Toole, another one of our lawyers, please stand up. Mr. Mita Lane, please stand up. Mr. Mita, stand up, girl. Yes, Mr. Mita. Miss Jill Wynn, please stand up. And your husband, both of you guys, we want to recognize you. Yes, please stand up. Who else am I missing? Mr. Cedric Towner, right here with YDP, Cedric Towner. Yes, there would be no New Boy if my man Cedric wasn't grinding with me early and often. Miss Maxie, please stand up. I see you. One of the greatest foster parents in Indianapolis, real talk, Miss Maxie. Miss Bridget, please stand up. Miss Bridget P., how are you? Thank you for coming out. If I don't see you, I miss you. I just want to make sure we acknowledge. Our next award I want to give, tomorrow we have a Zoom call that we've been doing for a long time with the Indie Mentor Network. The Indie Mentor Network consists of about 6 agencies out here in Indiana. We collaborated together. When COVID hit, we started a Zoom call to connect with the youth and families that we serve because we couldn't do in-person visitation anymore. So we started this COVID call. A lot of our young people were getting in trouble because they were out here and they were doing illegal things to get money. They really were. We have some young men that have robbery charges, they have handgun charges, and a lot of our kids are getting in trouble because we don't expose them to enough opportunities to make their own money. One thing that we did with our Indie Mentor Network is we started a young entrepreneur program. So when we started that young entrepreneur program, we came alongside young people who wanted to start their own businesses. Some young people in our young entrepreneur program already had existing businesses, and we came alongside of them to cultivate and help them grow and enhance their business. When we reached out to Indiana DCS, sometimes DCS gets a bad name. You hear DCS, a lot of people think they come in and they take your kids. That is a myth. As our kids say it, that's cap. I'll be the first one to tell you that's cap. DCS has come alongside of our program, not only our program, many programs in this city, many programs in this city. They funded programs, they've given money behind the scenes. They gave us money for our kids to go to New York, and they stay in the background. And a lot of times when people give DCS that bad name, it's because of a lack of accountability. One thing that we want to do is be accountable for making sure that we recognize who DCS is in our lives and how they afford us the opportunity to work with our young people, how they afford the mentors, the opportunity to work with our young people and inspire change. There are so many kids. There are so many kids who are not locked up right now who are at home with their parents because of DCS. Now again, I'm not painting DCS with a wide brush. I won't do that, but I will tell you one lady who goes above and beyond, who's in the trenches, who even got in a dunk tank a few years ago and let people dunk her in the water at Arlington High School for the sake of these kids. So we want to give our community, our first Community Vanguard Award. Vanguard means someone that is creative and innovative with ideas that sets a trail, that trailblazes for the next person to follow. And we would be remiss not to recognize Miss Peggy Serby, Region 10, Director for the work that she does in our community. Please give it up for Miss Peggy Serby. So we have a call tomorrow for our young entrepreneurs. We have some kids that are getting on a call tomorrow. Real quick, our young entrepreneurs, they submitted business proposals. They're looking for funding for their business. When I told Miss Peggy about it, she came last year. DCS gave $8,000 behind the scenes. Here's $8,000. Divvy that up with these young people. This year, she called me and said, we need to do the Shark Tank again. Here's another $8,000, but I'm gonna bring some people on this call. I don't know if you ever heard of Chef Jeff. Chef Jeff, world-renowned Chef Jeff will be on our call tomorrow with these young people. There's another guy coming out of Las Vegas, some other people coming from California. She has a couple of millionaires from this city getting on a call tomorrow that are gonna be judges for these young people. You would never know it because she's not outward with it, but if we don't recognize the behind-the-scenes work that make this happen, I think we do DCS and we do our state a disservice. So please give it up for, again for Ms. Peggy Serby, Region 10 DCS. I know she wants to say a few words.
I just really want to thank Kareem and Crystal and every one of you in the room. Really, it's you kids. You inspire me so much to see the work that goes on, and I mean, it's just a proud moment. This isn't about me. I just want to be able to use the resources I have to make something different available to each and every one of you. And I know Kareem and Crystal hear from me because I'm like, ooh, I got an idea. And that really does happen a lot. What if we call it the Shark Tank? What if we support and fund these kids? And really that's what it's all about to me. And I'm really humble and proud to be up here today. The friends that I have made, Judge and Kiki, you know, I'm Judge's blue-eyed soul sister, he tells people. And it's just amazing. I didn't know that, you know, we had resources in DCS, because even when I started, that's about intervention, right? What are we gonna do? And it was kind of a knee-jerk reaction. But if we could keep every kid out of the system and provide early intervention and prevention services, that's what I'm about. And so any program, any resource, what we can do to help, I don't need the attention. I just want to be here to make sure what I know and the resources I have are being utilized in the right way. So thank you, Kareem and Crystal, all of your mentors, the Indie Mentor Network. Thank you all for all of you do.
Thank you, thank you. New Boy, let's go. I need you on the front. New Boy mentors, let's go in the front. We got one more award to give. And I also want to recognize, we can just come right in the front, fellas, right in the front. Mentors, young people, night is almost over. I didn't shout out my girl, Miss Jessica Stevens. How are you, Miss Jessica? If it wasn't for Jessica, we don't have probation referrals. Miss Jessica always starts her emails off, do you have any openings? Love you to death. Miss Jessica Stevens, stand up, please. Miss Jessica Stevens, give it up. Miss Regina Murray, you got your mask on. Please stand up. Miss Regina Murray, probably the best probation officer in the state. I think probably one of the only ones that's here other than Miss Demeter. Again, I have a young man, actually two young men that are part of our Young Entrepreneur Program. This young man is special. I want him to come up and I want him to speak to you because he was so inspired by what has been done for him through the Department of Child Services, through the mentoring program, through the mentors. He has taken his test as we say, and made it his testimony. And this is one of the most genuine, charismatic, intelligent young men I know. His perseverance, his inner strength is so inspiring. I'm not going to tell you his story, but this is one of, if not the strongest young man that has come through Newboy. And I want him to introduce himself, and I want him to tell you briefly about the proposal that he's going to get on tomorrow with and share as part of the Shark Tank. Patrick Collier, come on up.
How's everyone doing tonight? So me and my business partner, Cameron, we started CC Cares basically to not just give back, but to help. Help doesn't take a lot. But what really inspired me to create CC Cares, or just to collaborate with Cameron. Thank you for letting him collaborate with. Right, yeah. So,
You got it. You got it, Talk to him, man. Talk to him. You got it.
Part of the reason, well, not part of the reason, but one of the biggest inspirations for me creating CC Cares was my mom. And not because of my mom, but the things that I watched her go through, the things that we went through together, and the things that we persevered through. And I know that not everyone can do that. So by me doing this, by me being strong enough to allow myself to help others, so I'm gonna just talk about what we do in CC Cares. So in CC Cares, we're not, at the face of it, it might just sound like we're helping homelessness and that kind of stuff. It's not. We want to help everybody, whether that's a single mother, a single father, someone young, just trying to start out and get on their feet. That's what we want to do. We want to provide not just help from material things. We want to provide support and guidance. When I say guidance, I don't mean like trying to show someone the way. Guidance is shown through small acts of kindness that shows someone the light, that shows someone that the hardest things are the best things that you can go through sometimes. And I'm gonna pass the mic to Cameron right here to do my part.
Come on, Cam.
So like he said, like he said, like with the mom, I understand, because me and my mom, we went through a lot. From for her almost seeing me die from everything. For her having to see me in her kitchen floor, almost dead. For her seeing me get kicked out of school, being suspended multiple times. For her seeing me having to go through all the pain with my father and sisters, for them not talking to me. So like I know what it's like. So that's why I want to go back to mothers, fathers, schools, because I've been kicked out of school. I'm not going to school. So that's why I want to be able to give back to everybody, not just to mothers, fathers, little kids too. So like I know what it's like, and that's what CC Cares is.
We gotta give it up for that vulnerability, guys. Some of our young men, you know, have some of the most, yeah, give it up, yes, give it up. Cam, look, man, look. This is for y'all. This is for you. This is for all of you guys. All of you guys. Fellas in the back. Corey, let's go, man, pay attention, please. Two men, I want to bring up real quick. One thing, when we lose our young men from New Boy, when they successfully discharge from probation or DCS, sometimes we don't hear good stories. We don't hear those positive stories about young men doing well. A lot of times we hear they're locked up. Not a lot, but sometimes we hear that they're locked up. We hear that they're gone. We got one young man here that continues to do his thing. He continues to show me pictures of him working at Walmart. He continues to acknowledge the fact that he's earning a check the legal way. And I told him to come here today because I wanted to acknowledge him and let him know that even though he's not active in New Boy, we still acknowledge and we still applaud him. So if you can give it up one time for Mr. Greg Duncan. Come on up, Greg, get your award, man. Judge Gaither knows Greg very well. I don't know how long Greg was on probation for. Greg is off. Greg is a grown man working. We want to acknowledge him with an award, and we want him to say a couple of words. Greg, say a couple of words to the crowd.
I came a long way. I didn't think I was going to graduate. I graduated when I was locked up. Came home, told myself I wasn't going back. I've been chilling, staying out the way, and working ever since.
The last award we want to give out, and I want these young men to stay up here because this is a guy who is unwavering in his dedication to our men, unwavering in his commitment to change, and he's in one of the most awkward positions I think any man in the state can be in. When you sit behind a bench, and sometimes you have to make those hard decisions when it comes to these young men. But at the same time, he'll donate a couple $100 for these young men to go skiing. And not only will he donate the money to go skiing, he'll come skiing with them. And he'll get on the slopes with him and his wife. And every opportunity we get to acknowledge this man for the position and the sacrifice that he makes for these young men and for these families, we want to take that. Because again, there would be no Inner Beauty. There would be no New Boy without Judge Jeffrey Gaither. Give it up. Another one of our community Vanguard Award winners. And on this award, we want to recognize, because this is our first. We normally give Judge Gaither his award, but there would be, and I know this, there would be no Judge Gaither without the Mrs. Kiki Gaither. Come on up and receive this award with Judge. Please come on up. Just as much as he gives, she gives, and we want to acknowledge both of them with the Community Vanguard Award. Jeffrey and Kiki Gaither. Fellas, take a picture. Y'all get behind them and take a picture real quick.
Take your mask off, Miss Kiki. Sorry. Let's see all that fineness right there, Miss Kiki. There you go.
This is the power couple in Indy. This is the power couple in Indy. I know Judge Gaither wants to say something real quick. Before he does that, I want to acknowledge one other couple that's in the building. I wouldn't be in Indianapolis if it wasn't for my mentor. My mentor is Damon Donaldson. He snatched me from the streets of Harlem and brought me to Indianapolis, Indiana. We stayed at a hotel. It was a YMCA on 860 West 10th Street. He was my mentor from the age of 12, and he saw the path I was going down in Harlem, New York, and he moved out here to work for the YMCA of Indianapolis, Indiana, and he brought me out here and took care of me. One of his best friends at that time he introduced me to. Again, took care of me, guided me, mentored me, and make sure I was okay out here. And unfortunately, Damon passed away this past year. And so I got a chance to reconnect with his best friend. And then I met his wife, who invited me and my wife out to a community event. And it was just an instant connection. It was an instant collaboration. So I want to make sure I acknowledge you guys, Miss Daisy and Miss Ezel. Can you guys please stand up and give this power couple a round of applause? Yes, yes. Doing major things in Indianapolis, guys. Major things. Major things.
Oh, okay. First, let me say this. Thank you for Kareem and Crystal for what you do. And the testimony, I feel like I've been to church today because the testimonies that we've heard today have been spirit-bound. I just want to give it up to the young man who wore the tuxedo. You got to give him props for that. A man understood the assignment. But you know, what you have been witness to today is really the physical embodiment of what New Boy Inner Beauty is all about. I have witnessed Kareem and Crystal take young people with dreams and have these dreams become goals, and the goals become plans, and with action becomes reality. I mean, the young men that brought forth these ideas today, I don't think that would have happened but for the influence of Kareem and Crystal. But you know, they've acknowledged others because it really does take a village. Nobody does anything by themselves. And first, let me just say that even I don't do anything by myself, because if we got 32 trips around the sun, my beautiful smoking hot wife and I couldn't do half of the things that I do unless I had a partner at home who keeps me honest and keeps me accountable and holds down the work that we do at home. So anything that I do, my wife gets half the credit. A sufficient amount of credit for all the things that we do. So baby, grace them with some words.
It's late, it's hot. These will be very short words. Good evening, everyone, and I just want to wrap it up by saying, when you are sworn in as a judge, or whatever your job is, it is 24/7, 365. We can't even go on vacation. My husband doesn't get a lot of sleep because he's up here fighting for the people that come before him. Okay, just let me say that. Many nights, a lot of people know I'm an attorney. I do a lot of family law and major criminal laws. We are up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning fighting for everybody. And so, that's just it. Thank you.
One more time, Judge Jeffrey and Kiki Gaither, Esquire. Thank you so much. We're winding down. Somebody can hold that door open and let some air in there. Somebody hold that door open and let some air in here real quick before we pass out. We want to give our IBNB Awards. In a minute, we're going to have Big Brother TA and Monte McDowell will come up. New Boy Mentors, if you guys can come to the front. If you're a New Boy Mentor, come to the front. Inner Beauty Mentors, if you guys can come up. Inner Beauty Mentors, please. If you guys can come up to the front. If you are an Inner Beauty Mentor, New Boy Mentor, if you could come to the front. Young people, if you guys can move just to the side in a minute. We're going to call you guys' names out in a minute. I just want to acknowledge these mentors real quick. Sometimes we work in a very thankless profession, and we want to acknowledge our mentors that put in that work with our young people night in and night out, day in and day out. Yana, come to the front. Miss Kelly. Monday through Sunday. And some people are sitting in the audience right now. Monday through Sunday, these mentors that you see standing before you put their lives on the line, literally. Literally. emotionally, spiritually, physically, to pick up our young people and engage them in programming. And very rarely, there's not any words I can express for the New Boy mentors, as much as I put them through, as much as I get on their nerves, as much as I, hold them accountable for what they bring to the table and the liability that we have working with these young people. I can't thank you guys enough. Big Brother TA, Tyler Alexander, Eric Rose, Monte McDowell, Derek Green, Jordan Taylor, CJ, who's not here. Who else? Who else am I missing? Stefan Navarrete. These men work tirelessly with these young boys. So I want to make sure, again, there's not enough words I can say to thank them, but I do want to thank them publicly in front of you guys. And I ask you to please give these New Boy mentors a round of applause. No doubt, no doubt. As you can see, New Boy, we're 8 deep. We have 8 mentors in the whole New Boy organization. Inner Beauty got 50 mentors. Inner Beauty got 50 mentors. New Boy, we're 8 deep. But I know, and I tell you this, although I have a bond with these men, the bond that Crystal has with those women is different. Women bond differently. I can only hope and wish that I can grow with these men as she grows and has grown with her lady. She has people, mentors, Miss Tiffany, Miss Veronica, Miss Vanessa, that have been with her, Miss Veronica, I'm sorry, that have been with her for years, eons. Went on the first college tour. And they continue to hold her down. And I know it because she tells me every night. And she's been telling me it's time to go for a long time because we're way past the time for this building. They're trying to get in here for another party, so we are leaving. But I definitely want to say we appreciate Inner Beauty for what you guys do for New Boy. You hold us down in more ways than one. Sometimes we don't acknowledge you as the ladies and the backbone of our mentoring program. So I want to thank you. We acknowledge you. And if you can join me in acknowledging the Inner Beauty mentors for what they do. Yes, yes, without a doubt. They deserve it. They deserve it. If you are here with any of these mentors, whether it be the men or the women, if you are here, husband, boyfriend, baby daddy, significant other, just with you for the night, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Because I know this don't happen without you. Please stand up. Now let's give them a round of applause. Because this don't happen without them. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. And then we have one other award we want to give before Big Brother TA and Monte gives out an award. I'll hand it over to Corey.
Hi, my name is Corey Hines. I'm 9 years old. I go to Mount Comfort Elementary School, and we have one award to present to a special person. She is kind, nice, amazing, loves her community, her family, especially God, and her beauty.
Come on, Grace, you got to talk, man.
I love her. She's kind. She's loving. I wouldn't be here without her. She's an amazing person.
So we have one last award to give to a special person, and my mom, Crystal Hines.
I know it, as Dwayne said, that I definitely take this for granted. In July, we will have been together 10 years. And I came to Indianapolis as a boy. She made me a man. Anything I do, she is the backbone of our family. She is the backbone of our program. She's the backbone of everything I do. No matter how I put it out there, No matter what I say, no matter what I do, there's no me without her. There's no kids without her. There's no new boy without inner beauty. There's no this without her. And I love you to death. And I know that I need to put you on a pedestal more. So every chance we get, and I want my kids, that's why I had them present the award. I want them to put their mother on a pedestal. So I want to give you, Miss Crystal Hines, along with our kids, the Irreplaceable Presence Award in our life. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we gotta acknowledge these kids so we can get out of here. Big brother TA, Monte, can you take it over? Young man, you're gonna hear your name get called, come and get your award, and we can get out of here.
Okay, one of our first young men for the night, Phenomenal Shockley. Okay, up next, we got Joaquin Harmon together. King Dennis. Cameron Washington. Dominique Stone. Bryson Forte. Christian Carlson. Patrick Collier. DeMarcus, is that Park? Or Mark? DeMarcus Parks. Isaiah Magnus. Jacob Perdue. Jason Ford. Demarius White. Keon Coleman. Yeah. Corey Vincent. Deshaun Drain.
Next, last but not least, we got Mr. Ethan Walker. Come on up, Ethan. Caleb, come on up, Caleb. Where's Colin? Colin, where you at? We got Mr. Javion Bryan. Come on up, Javion. Ghost. And we got two of our other young men. You guys, come on up to the front, man. Yeah. Tomorrow, if you didn't know about it, tomorrow we have our Guns Down, Gloves Up youth boxing tournament. We'll be at Washington High School from 1 to 3. And these young men have been training for 3 months. They're going to get it in the ring. It's one of our programs. These two young men are not a part of our weekly New Boy Mentoring program, but these 3 young men have been coming training on Saturday, 4407 Lafayette Road, getting it in. Can we please give it up for our young men and our guns down, gloves up? Yes, New Boy Youth Boxing Program. And you can come out and see them tomorrow from 1 to 3 at George Washington High School. Thank you, thank you. Montez, where you at? Big Ace, come on up, man. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this young man. He's what we would call our New Boy Day 1 young man. This young man was with us years ago as a New Boy cadet. And if you've seen him on TV, he has his own landscaping company right now. He's doing music. He's getting awards all over the city. I met his mom. His mom became a part of Inner Beauty because of him, and she's still going strong. Let's give it up for Miss Flo right there in the back. And my man Montez, they call him Ace. Born to Win is his clothing line. I just want him to say a couple of words real quick before we get out of here.
How y'all doing, everybody? I wasn't expecting to talk today, but my name is Ace. I'm the founder of Ace Project and Born to Win. Ace Project is a lawn care where we hire youth and ex-felons to keep them out the streets, and Born to Win is my closing line. It's a mantra that keeps me with a positive mindset. And I was in New Boy about 8 years ago, and I learned the brotherhood from it, and I learned that I always wanted to be around people that was on the same page as me. When I would come around the program, all of us wanted to be on the same page. So I'll try to bring that same type of love to my program, Ace Project, with the youth, to keep them around each other. And we doing landscaping, so if they seeing all of us work together and all of us being able to work hard and come up with some better results, I feel like it motivates them more to be able to do it, so they don't feel like they're alone. So if y'all want to be able to support the movement, Born to Win, we located in Circle Center Mall on the 2nd floor next to K's Jewelry. And also with Ace Project Landscaping, y'all can look us up on Facebook, or y'all can get at me about it. We still out doing work. So thank y'all for having me, and everybody make out safe.
Good evening, everybody. I'm a New Boy mentor. Most people know me as Big Brother TA. I wanted to, before we go, I brought these young men up here for a second because I've been doing this for about 4 years. I work with kids in the system. Y'all know the work that we do. Been talking to my father-in-law, Kareem Hines, just about the importance of going over that river and quit having all those babies come down that river in that system. So we decided to step up and get on this prevention side and start preventing these kids from being in the system. So I work over at Stony Brook Middle School. I've been over there for about 7 weeks now. These young men came up under my wing immediately. They were slacking a little bit with their behavior, their grades, but since they joined New Boy, since I've been their Big Brother TA, their behavior is on point now. They respecting their families at home now, but they also had just been a star in the schools. So it's just been beautiful. I want y'all to start understanding that New Boy Inner Beauty is not just for kids, that's a part of the system. So if you got a nephew, if you got a niece, if you got a little cousin, it don't matter what you have, please hit us up, please. Because we're not trying to wait until they get in the system. Because it's not about the money to us. It has nothing to do with the money. It's about changing these lives, because these young men, all these young ladies, is our future. So please, give a round of applause for these young men and their effort of being successful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Young ladies, this is your time. It is your time. It is time to recognize young ladies of the Inner Beauty Mentoring Program. So I'm going to turn this over to Miss Crystal and make sure these young ladies get their shine before we leave tonight.
You know it's the Inner Beauty and New Boy event when you sweat out your hair and you sweat off your lipstick. All right, it's been a long night, and so I'm going to do this just like a graduation. I'm going to call these young ladies' names, and if you could hold your applause to the end, we would gladly appreciate it. We also have just a few parent awards that go at the very end of this as well. So I'll call their names, and if, like I said, if you could hold your applause, we'll acknowledge these young ladies. Destiny Miller. Shania Brown. Kiela Jones. Maria Haga. Maria Haga. Mariah Gaston. Jaya Troutman. Kamaya Lipscomb. Anastasia Walker. Samaya Hines. Shayla Tucker. Raylan Matthews. Alina Stowers. Nevaeh Sanders. Kalia Woods. Precious Tucker. Hunter Wills. Michaela Travier. Leah Gannett. Janiyah Bertrand. Tamaria Trotter. Winry Strunk. Nevaeh Clark. Corey Hines. Kelly Woods. Princess Collier. Raven Center. We've got Justice Brown. It's probably stuck on one of them. All right, then we have a few young ladies that really have stuck out this year, and I want to recognize them for being extra on point and really just going above and beyond what they're expected to do. So we have our Leadership Award that goes to Tamaria Trotter. And this young lady has had high honor roll, straight A's all school year, and she just happens to be mine, and I call her Corey Hines. Please give all of these young ladies a round of applause. I did not mention Kamira Perkins, I'm so sorry, or Aaliyah Forrest Ratcliffe, I'm so sorry. Nevaeh, I'm so sorry. I have all these printed out. I apologize. It's been a long night. All right, they're going to take a quick group picture. The most beautiful girls in the world right here. All right, ladies, you can go on. I've got two special awards. You ladies can go ahead. I'm so sorry for the mishaps. Two special awards I want to mention. As Kareem said, we have a lot of hardworking mentors. And so, sorry that it's gone so long, but I want to recognize our Virtuous Women Mentors of the Year. The first one is Miss Brenda McAllister. will come in and clean the building at 4 o'clock in the morning. She is serious about this mentoring thing. And then the next one today just happens to be her 50th birthday. Can you give it up for Miss Tammy Travier? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kareem's got the last parent awards. All right. Well, I'm going to give it to our parents of the year, Tiara and DeAndre Tucker. Amazing pair, mom and dad duo. They show up for everything. They bring their daughter for everything, and we do appreciate that, and they did not expect it. Thank you so much. You all, it's been real. It's been real hot. And you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause and consider yourself dismissed.